Hey everyone, I'm in my car again. Woo! This time I'm not mad. We actually did it. We won a game. We won a close game against the Browns, 23-20, and it was a roller coaster of emotions to begin with. Starting with starting with uh offense. I mean, it did enough. I wish we did more. I wish we did more, to be honest. Lamar only threw the ball 16 times, no interceptions, no touchdowns. But yeah, really not a lot for passing. I mean, only I think around 150 yards. Mark Andrews as well was very surprised. He got no receptions at all. He get targeted a couple of times, but yeah, just no reception, not even in the end zone or anything. I was very surprised by that. I started Mark Andrews in fantasy. I was like, oh, he's gonna have a great game. He did not have a great game. Fantasy wise, he had a terrible game. He only had 4 rushing yards on one play. But other than that, Mark Andrews also as well was involved in a great 4th-and-1 play. Mark Andrews under center, tossing the ball to Lamar to get that first down. That was a great play. Greg Roman actually making a great play is you don't really see that often. So I was surprised by that. But let's talk about thoughts about the game. It was good. I watched this game. First half or first quarter, just was like, because I let the Browns score an opening drive touchdown. Couldn't really stop the run against Chubb and Hunt. Second quarter was a lot better. I think that was probably the best quarter the Ravens had. Patrick Queen looked amazing this game. Had those 2 back-to-back tackle for losses, which almost got us a safety, which would have been awesome. But yeah, Queen played really well. Defense as well really stepped up. I think sacked Brissett 5 times, I believe. Really good by defense. Forced a couple fumbles, even recovered one of those. It was the defense in second and third quarter played really good. Really good defense. So, yeah, Mike Macdonald, I did criticize him a bit in a past video, but I think as the season goes on, he's going to learn more and more because, it's his first year, and I think he's slowly learning on how these teams work, and he's just able to, send in the pressure, not really blitzing all the time like what Wink did with us. And by the way, he's doing a great job in New York. 6-1 Giants. Still a bit salty about the Giants' loss, but doesn't really affect. I don't think it doesn't affect us really in the playoffs unless we just have a bad record or something and we don't make it. Which hopefully that doesn't happen. But yeah, defense played great. Offense, passing game was really non-existent. Not a lot of passes. Bateman had that clutch 3rd-and-11 catch, which we didn't go 3-and-out on, thankfully. The running game was decent. We had Gus Edwards back, which was huge. Edwards, obviously, also tore his ACL last year. He was out for the season. Was on the PUP list during the preseason. And yeah, we really needed Gus this game. After Dobbins, obviously, got put on IR this weekend, we really needed Edwards back, and he delivered. I believe had 66 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. He had a great performance, especially coming back. he did what he had to do. And, you know, and, are the running backs, like Justice Hill and Kenyon Drake, like, they're okay. Drake had a great game against the Giants last week. Really didn't do anything this game. So, a bit disappointing from him. But, the fourth quarter happened, and we almost blew it. Thankfully, we didn't. I was like, oh, man, not again. Not again. This can't happen again. Thankfully, it didn't happen. We were up 23-13. Browns scored a touchdown, make it a 3-point game. And then the worst happens. And the worst possible thing happened. Just as, we're wasting clock. We're running the ball. We're wasting clock. And then the worst thing happens. Justice Hill fumbles the football, and the Browns recover. And the Browns are driving. I'm like, oh shit, we're gonna lose this game. We're gonna lose again. It happened again. It happened again. But thankfully, on a very questionable call, on I think 4th and 6 or something, where the Browns got a false start. I didn't really see it. I'm not a ref. I had some people be like, that's BS, that's stupid. People were like, actually, this random rule actually makes sense. I don't know. I feel like I thought it was against the Ravens, like, shit. It's going to be 4th and 1. They could go for it or go for the field goal to make it a little bit closer. Thankfully, it was against the Browns. I was like, wow. I was so relieved. And then special teams came in and blocked that field goal. I was like, oh my gosh, we did it. The game is over. We won. And then we went 3-0. I'm like, uh-oh. We got to get the ball back. But thankfully, we wasted a bunch of clock in Cleveland. Didn't have any timeouts. 25 seconds left. And, the Browns don't have enough time to get in the field goal range, and we win. Ravens improved to 4-3, still first place in the 2-0 divisional record. That's really good. That's a great way. Last year in division we went 1-5. We've won more divisional games this year than last year, and we've only played 2. I believe our next divisional game, I think it'll be against the Steelers, actually. We haven't played them yet. I don't know why recently, but we always play the Steelers late, like November, December. It's a good matchup, but why so late? No, but the Ravens have a short week. We get the Bucks on Thursday night in Tampa. The Buccaneers just got embarrassed by the Panthers. This was a game I circled. One of my close friends, is actually a Buccaneers fan, so I am excited about this game. He's not huge into football, but still Bucs fan. So this is a game I circled on the calendar. I get to watch it on Prime Video. Honestly, at the beginning of the season, I was like, the Ravens probably aren't winning this, but now the Ravens might win this game. The Buccaneers have looked terrible the past 2 weeks. They're on a 2-game losing streak. Got upset by the Steelers last week, lol, and then got embarrassed by the Panthers without Christian McCaffrey, who they just traded, and without Baker. When P.J. Walker looks better than the 2 guys you traded for, there's something wrong. There's something wrong, and you lose to this guy, that makes it worse. So I am excited about this game on Thursday. It's a short week. Hopefully for this game, we can get the run game going. Gus Edwards had a good show for coming back. His first game. Hopefully hopefully he'll get some more yards. Hopefully he'll score some TDs. We really need the passing game going. It was just really not there at all during the Browns game, and we need to be throwing the ball. I know the Ravens are a run heavy, run first team, but you can't forget about the pass. So hopefully get Mark Andrews involved. Mark Andrews is our guy. He's our all-pro tight end, probably one of, if not the best tight end in the league. And he did base almost nothing, which was very surprising. Ended a 55-game streak with a reception, with just one. The last time he didn't get a reception was in 2018 when he was a rookie. I saw it on Twitter. But, you got to get Mark Andrews involved. Bateman as well had a couple of good catches. Duvernay as well did really good on special teams. Had a couple of catches as well. We got to get that pass going. Get the run going. Oh, my gosh. Whoops. You got to get that. You got to get that going. You got to get it rolling. AFC North, we're going to have to fight for the Bengals, we already beat the Bengals, so if they win next week, I think they play the Browns. Yeah, they play the Browns next week on Monday night. I do want the Browns to win, though. So we can, further our lead in the division. Steelers as well have another really tough game against the undefeated Eagles next week. But yeah, Steelers. I watched that game. Oh, you watched the game last night? Get it, guys? Kenny Pickett. He throws picks. It's in his last name, guys. Get